Hello everybody, how are you today? Today I want to show you how I make Chelsea buns, okay? So in the bowl I have 600 ml of water. I'll put 10 grams of salt in that, 100 grams of sugar. I like to put those in the water to get them dissolving. Now, I've got a kilo of baker's flour, good strong baker's flour. I've got 10 grams of bread improver. This is exactly how I used to make them in the bakery. 80 grams of margarine, just ordinary household margarine's fine. 15 grams of yeast. You've got to use a little bit more yeast when you make buns because they've got a high percentage of sugar and margarine, so you need that little bit extra yeast to hunt them along. And 5 grams of mixed spice, okay? So we'll put that on. Now, this will take probably about 6 to 8 minutes. You don't want a tight dough because if you've got a tight dough, it's not good for buns. Any sort of fruit buns you make, you don't want a sticky dough, but you want to be in between, a tight and a sticky dough. You want it sort of slack. Okay, well that's been about 8 minutes now. Looks pretty good. Looks very nice. Looks a nice consistency. As I said, I don't want it tight. I just want it on that sticky side. Not sticky, but you can see it's free, nice and free. Okay. I'll leave that now, probably for a good hour, maybe longer. We want it to at least double. All breads, as I've said before, when you give them a good proof, you want to leave them at least an hour, hour and a half, until they at least double. That way, you're letting the gluten expand, and the gas created by the yeast will expand it, which will make a big difference to the end result. Okay? So I'll put this somewhere now out of the draft, and we'll see you in about an hour, hour and a half's time. Thank you. Okay, this has risen up nicely now. We'll get it out, as you can see. Very nice. I want to get it into a rectangle shape. It's about right. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, I'll now prepare these. What I do is I spread some jam out all over the top. I keep it away from this edge because that's the sealing edge and we don't want to get jam down there. Just go all over it about like that. Okay. Now, I use sultanas and currants. Now, you can use what you like. You can use cranberries, cut up some apricots, raisins, whatever you like. I just like sultanas and currants. Cinnamon sugar now. You can make your own up. Just cast the sugar and just keep adding some cinnamon until it's a nice dark sort of a colour. There you go. It's not too bad. Now this edge along here, I said don't put jam on it. I just brush it with a little bit of water because that's the sealing edge. That's the edge it's going to seal. Okay? Right. There we go. As the dough does. Push the ends in. Keep going. Now we're down to that seal joint. Like so. Very good. Okay. A little bit of jam there I'll cut up. I'll cut them about that size. Now the joins. Don't put the joints to the outside. Put the joints to the inside. Okay? We'll keep the joints to the inside. There we are. Now, we'll leave these prove. They're probably going to take about another hour to prove up nicely, and then we'll bake them off. Okay? These are now ready. It's been about an hour, and they've risen up nicely. Now I've preheated the oven to 220. I'll put them in, wait about 10 minutes and I'll turn it back because it's got a high sugar and margarine content. You've got to be careful with the heat because they will colour quick. So you've got to watch your oven when you're cooking buns. I'll give them about 10 minutes as I said and I'll turn it back. Now I've made some syrup up. This is to paint them when they come out. In the bakery we call it bun wash, but of course it's just a simple syrup. And to make this, it's 150 mils of water and 150 grams of sugar, equal amount. I bring it just to the boil, simmer it for a couple of minutes and leave it. That's all you need to do. And then I've put a cinnamon stick in it. If you haven't got a stick, just use a little bit of cinnamon and a little dash of cloves. So that's the paint we're going to paint the buns when they come out of the oven. Okay? Okay, these are now ready to come out. They've been about 25 minutes and I've been watching them. Oh, they look nice. Very nice. Turn that off. Yeah, look how lovely they look. Beautiful. I'll paint them with these now. Okay, I'll paint these now with that syrup I told you about. Just makes them nice. Beautiful. Yeah, look how nice they look. Now I'll let these cool down and then we'll put some icing on them and see how they look. Okay, we'll put some icing on these buns now. Now this is just a simple icing, icing sugar water, about a tablespoon of margarine out of the fridge, that's all. I don't like putting them on when they're too hot, otherwise it runs everywhere and I don't like the look of it. I like to let them cool down till they're just warm, and then you can go around and ice them. just a little bit of cinnamon sugar. I'll do half of cinnamon sugar, and then I'll leave the other half plain. There we go. They look really nice. They smell beautiful. So I hope you like watching this video on how I make Chelsea buns. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. So once again, thank you all very much. And please, stay safe. Goodbye. Scales. I see people using those little digital scales. I don't like them. I don't like them. I'm the old school. Oh, there you go. That's not too bad. I'll put them on cooling wires in a minute so they can cool down properly. Give them that nice little gloss. This makes a little bit of difference, but of course I don't do that, but it does give it a nice effect.